Now to one of our top stories, the hostage crisis in Algeria. Joining us now from Washington, David Gartenstein-Ross, Senior Fellow at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. David, thank you for joining us. Does your experience, first of all, tell you why this group would have chosen this gas complex in Algeria?
It's a new target for Al-Qaeda in Islamic Maghreb and affiliated movements. The group that carried this out is a splinter from ATIM, albeit one that maintains its allegiance to the senior Al-Qaeda leadership. There actually has been a large evolution in thought in terms of Al-Qaeda's targeting of oil and gas resources. Essentially, the reason behind it is it's something that is extremely costly to the enemy. They both have to protect oil and gas resources. It can drive up the price of oil and gas, and this is a very dramatic attack. But as I said, it's something that for Al-Qaeda's North African affiliates and also for North African terrorist groups in general is a new set of targets and thus presents concern for people in the industry. What
do we know now about this group and its leader, a man who has been referred to as Mr. Marlborough?
Yeah, Mr. Marlborough. The reason why that man, Mokhtar Belmokhtar, is referred to as Mr. Marlborough is because of his organization's involvement in trafficking activities, including cigarette trafficking. That being said, he's clearly no common criminal. He's someone who has a long-standing relationship with Al-Qaeda, going back to 1991 when he actually went over to Afghanistan. That's after the Soviets left, but you still had a communist regime, Najibullah's regime, in power. Thereafter, he was involved in the very dirty civil war in Algeria during the course of the 1990s, and was part of Al-Qaeda in Islamic Maghreb until he had a split late last year, which involved a personality dispute. However, it was an amicable split, and one in which, even while leaving the organization, he expressed a continuing allegiance to Al-Qaeda's senior leadership and also to the group's ideology.
Do you think they were aware of the Algerian forces' policy of no negotiation with terrorists? You know, shoot first, ask questions later?
I think that they were, given that their final demand was one which basically they knew wouldn't be fulfilled. The final demand that they issued was the release of Omar Abdelrahman, the blind sheikh who's held in the United States, and also Afia Siddiqui. Before that, they didn't have any demands for money. In the past, Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb has taken part in hostage operations that have raised a great deal of money for it. This was very different. They chose to attack a target, which is a very hard target to get out of. It remains to be seen whether they had an opportunity to escape. Some of the security sources that I've spoken to said that it appears that they did have a chance to escape and they didn't undertake it, all of which suggests that this is probably an operation that was much more designed for publicity's sake and to inflict a cost, rather than to get away.
David, just quickly, finally, I want to ask about the talk of a link between this incident and Mali. Comment on that.
It certainly seems to be linked to Mali by all accounts, including the account of the hostage takers themselves. They said that this was a retaliatory attack for France going into Mali. They blamed Algeria for allowing the French to use airspace. And if you look at what countries in the region were doing just as the French went in, all of them were frantically trying to prevent spillover, that is, direct spillover from the war and also second-order terrorist attacks. Morocco, for example, was on high alert. You can bet that today countries ranging from France to Niger to Senegal to Mauritania are all on high alert for both the possibility of spillover for those who are neighboring states and also for countries that even are far away, such as France, the possibility of there being some sort of attack similar to the Algeria attack occurring within their territory.
Out of time, and I wish we had more time to talk. David Gartenstein-Ross, a Senior Fellow of the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. David, thanks a lot for this.
Good to join you.